This is Jarrod Horak, and in this handicapping video, I'm going to analyze the Grade 2 San Vicente Stakes at Santa Anita Park for Saturday, January 6th. But this is not a Kentucky Derby points race, but it might have Kentucky Derby implications. They are running a points race at Aqueduct on the 6th, the Jerome Stakes. I already posted that one on my YouTube channel as part of my Kentucky Derby 2024 points race video series. And then I'm also, for Sunday, January 7th, I'm going to do the Santa Anita Stakes at Santa Anita Park, a Kentucky Oaks 2024 points race. So I got the Jerome already, I got the San Vicente in this race, and I'm going to be posting the Santa Anita Stakes. So check all of that out on my YouTube channel. And if you're interested in my full card analysis at Santa Anita Park, you'll find those full cards on my personal website at therunawayhorse.com on my sales page. You can purchase individual full cards, weekly and weekend packages, or the entire meet. Go over to therunawayhorse.com on my sales page for more details. And if you want to read my California racing reports, you'll find those on my California page at therunawayhorse.com. And in those articles, I go through and I look at track bias information. I go through and I recap stakes races. I do my full card highlights and more. So you can check all of those articles out on my California page. And I also have free selections at therunawayhorse.com. So just go over to that website if you're interested. Just check it out. You'll find free selections, handicapping articles, full cards, and more. And now we'll go into the analysis of this video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing the 8th race at Santa Anita Park for Saturday, January 6th, Grade 2, $200,000 San Vicente Stakes. 3-year-old traveling 7 furlongs on the main track. 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time is the post time. Now, 2 of the horses in this race are going to be on my latest Kentucky Derby 2024 report that you can read at todaysracingdigest.com. So if you go over to todaysracingdigest.com, on their front page at the top, you'll see a Kentucky Derby tab. You can click there and read all of my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks reports. I go through and I recap all the points races, update the point standings, and then I give out my exceptional 11 Derby contenders and then my top 5 Oaks contenders. So all those articles are there, and I did year-end reports for the Oaks and the Derby, and 2 of the horses in this race, as I said, are on my list. Number 3, Muth, is your 4-5 morning line favorite in this race. And right now, he's my number 5 ranked Kentucky Derby contender. And then one other horse in this race is also on my list, and that's number 4, Pilot Commander, in this race. He's number 10 right now on my list. Now, both of those horses are trained by Bob Baffert. Bob Baffert horses are ineligible for the Kentucky Derby, so they're going to have to switch barns if these horses end up pointing to the Derby. And we've seen that play out the last couple years. Baffert horses will move to the Tim Yakteen barn to be able to run in the Kentucky Derby. So we'll have to see if that's the case with any of his horses this year. But now we'll go over the field here, and then I'll give out my top choice and some wagering strategies. Moonlit Sonata is number 1 in here for trainer Tim Yakteen. This one is a son of Malibu Moon, and I thought his debut was good. He rallied from 8th in a 10-horse field. So he broke slow, he rallied, he won that one nicely by more than 2 lengths. He was 33-1 that day. So now he's going to go from 6.5 to 7 furlongs. So I like this progression. They paid $75,000 for him. He'll try to get involved from off the pace. Slider should be all over the pace for trainer John Sadler. This is a $240,000 son of Jimmy Creed. Joe Rosario is aboard. And when Rosario rode in Southern California in the past, he typically won races with trainer John Sadler. So for this one, he has plenty of experience. He's run 4 times. He was second in his career debut at 5.5 furlongs. And then he pressed from second, and he kicked away to win and break his maiden second time out at 60 cents on the dollar. Then he switched over to turf, and he won the Speakeasy Stakes, basically going wire to wire, 5 furlongs on turf on October 7th. He had the lead. He did lose the lead briefly, but then he came again, and he won by 1.25 lengths. Breeders' Cup Juvenile Sprint last time, and he ended up finishing 9th in a 12-horse field. Look for him to be all over the pace, returning to the main track. Muth is your 4-5 morning line favorite. They paid $2 million for this son of Good Magic, and for him, he's run well in all of his starts. And in his career debut, he just got loose in a 5-furlong race at Santa Anita last June, 30 cents on the dollar, and he just won by almost 9 lengths under Juan Hernandez, who was aboard for each of his races, and he's riding him again in this spot. Second time out, he got caught in a speed duel in the Best Pal Stakes, 21-3, 44, and he had the lead, but he could not hold off his stablemate Prince of Monaco, who ran fast, and he was very impressive that day. Muth was 1-2, and he was clearly second best. He stretched out, and I made him my top choice in the Grade 1 American Pharoah Stakes. Mile won a 16th at Santa Anita on October 7th. He stalked the pace from an inner post, and he just took over, and he won by almost 4 lengths. And then in his last start, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, I made him my top choice again there, but he was no match for fierceness. But he was able to hold off Locked for that runner-up spot. Decent effort there, and now he's going to cut back in distance his first start this year. He has a couple bullet workouts at Santa Anita for this one. And he's run 3 times at Santa Anita with 2 wins and a runner-up finish. Pilot Commander is also a Bob Baffert trainee, and this is a $700,000 son of Justify. And Flavien Prat is going to ride this one. Now, Juan Hernandez was aboard for his debut. He jumps over and he rides Muth in here. I mentioned he always does ride Muth, so he probably had his choice. He decided to stick with Muth. Good effort in the debut. He was able to get out there, duel early, take the lead, and gradually edge clear and win by 2 1/4 lengths. Imagination, his stablemate, was clearly second best, and he came back and finished second in his next start. And then Imagination did break his maiden recently at Santa Anita Park around 2 turns. The Pilot Commander should be up on the pace in this spot. Formidable Man is next for trainer Mike McCarthy. This is a City of Light colt, $375,000 purchase. He's 20 to 1 in here, and he won his debut in a 1-mile turf race, dueling on the lead and winning by a half length. Flavien Prat was aboard that day. Umberto Rispoli jumped aboard last time out. The Zuma Beat Stakes. He pressed that pace and he finished 6th, beating 11 lengths. Now Kazushi Kimura gets aboard, the leading rider at Woodbine, and he's been riding at Santa Anita. He rode here at Santa Anita last year as well. And for this one, probably going to end up stalking the pace. Boltage is number 6 for Richard Mandela. This is a Bolt Doro, $240,000 purchase. 4 career starts, 6th in the debut, 5 furlongs on the main track. He switched to a turf route second time out, and he pressed from second, and he won by more than 5. The Grade 3 Delmar Juvenile Turf in his third start, he was 3rd in an 8-horse field. And then in the Zuma Beat Stakes last time out, he ended up finishing 7th, beating 12 lengths in an 8-horse field. So he's moving back to the main track here. We'll have to see how he does. This probably is going to come down to the 2 Baffert trainees, Muth and Pilot Commander. There's not a ton of speed in here. I would expect Slider to be up there. I would expect Pilot Commander to be forwardly placed, and then Muth probably stalking those 2 horses. I can't go against Muth in here. He just looks too classy for these. He's earned some good speed ratings. He's a Grade 1 winner, and that was a nice effort in that American Pharoah. Not embarrassed at all, finishing second behind runaway winner Fierceness, an impressive fast winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And this shorter distance shouldn't really pose him any trouble. Broke his maiden by 8 lengths at 5 furlongs in his debut. Then he's also won at a mile and a 16th. I think Muth stalks the pace under Juan Hernandez, and he just proves too much for these in the stretch. So Muth will be my top choice. No value there. I'm just going to play a cold exacta with Muth over Pilot Commander, and then a trifecta. I'll probably key Muth over number 1, Moonlit Sonata, and number 4, Pilot Commander. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content, and keep checking my YouTube channel. I'll be covering all of the Road to the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks 2024 points race videos. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.